Welcome to the opening ceremony of LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3. We are excited to begin this competition for the third time later this summer. The fans have asked, and CadeCam is answering with the most intense competition yet, with new and returning competitors, new obstacles, and lots of fun. And here come our competitors now. They have been preparing all year for their chance to become the next LEGO Ninja Warrior. Now, a few rules to remember. No superpowers or abilities, such as flight, can be used to complete the courses. Only the top 5 from each qualifier will advance, and the most important rule, have fun. And our next champion will be...
I will be.
I will be.
I will be.
I will be the next LEGO Ninja Warrior.
Good evening and welcome to the first round of qualifiers of LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3.
Yes, we are excited to kick this event off in Lego-opolis. The crowd is finishing taking their seats. Let's hear what the course has in store for our competitors tonight.
Competitors will start with a new version of the floating steps. Then they must use the arm rings to climb to the next obstacle. They'll slide down the Big Dipper and leap across to the Disc Runner, a slippery challenge that will require balance and agility. The salmon ladder returns as obstacle 5, followed by the beam shimmy, where competitors must make their way across 3 beams. If they make it that far, the final obstacle is the difficult warped wall. Good luck, competitors!
And here comes our first competitor of the night, Darth Maul, a fan favorite returning from previous seasons. Let's take a look at how he's done in the past. The first season, he struggled with his leg injuries at Lego-opolis, and then in the second season, he went on to be runner-up in the finals, but he fell just short. And there he is finishing the arm rings. He's on the Big Dipper, sliding down. Oh, and he caught the water there. What a bummer. Sorry, Darth Maul. And behind Darth Maul, we have Donald Duck, who's at the Disc Runner. He is making his way across. It's a tough obstacle. He's onto the salmon ladder. He's up 1 rung, up 2, and he's slipped. And he dropped his hat, but looks like he got it back on. He's okay, folks. And Andrea is finishing up the floating steps. She's onto the arm rings, but she's lost her grip, and she is down. Here is another fan favorite, the Master Chief, returning from previous seasons. He is finishing the bar shimmy. In Season 1, he made it to the finals, but then he fell sliding down between obstacles. And in Season 2, he also put on a good showing, going all the way to the finals. But again, he fell on an upper body challenge. Let's see if he can do better this season. He is through the course, and he is our first finisher of the evening. Good job, Chief. Other returning competitors did not fare so well. Lloyd Garmadon lost on the Disc Runner, just couldn't keep his balance there. And Jack Sparrow made it all the way to the bar shimmy, but he couldn't keep his grasp on that bar. And Moana made it all the way to the warped wall, but she just could not get up it. And although she was angry, she walked it off like a champ. And newcomer Sonic the Hedgehog, self-proclaimed fastest thing alive, is taking on the course, and he is moving fast. He's already down through the Big Dipper, with a somersault to boot. He's at the Disc Runner, and oh my goodness, he just spun himself right over those obstacles. The audience is taken aback by this approach, and Sonic has finished, our second finisher of the evening. Other newcomers who took on the course tonight, Aragorn made it to the salmon ladder, but he fell out of the rungs into the water, and his fans were disappointed. Hermione Granger made it to the arm rings, but she couldn't keep her grip, and she fell into the water. And B.A. Baracus showed us how a course is supposed to be done, and became our third finisher of the night.
I pity the course that tries to stop me.
Batgirl is at the arm rings. She is taking on the Big Dipper next, and she's over it, no problem. Her team watches on proudly, but she has slipped at the Disc Runner. That is okay. What a sport. And next we have Patrick Starr, returning from Season 1. He is finishing the salmon ladder, and he is on to the beam shimmy. Will he have the endurance to finish this obstacle? And it looks like he doesn't. Captain America, debuting his new beard from Infinity War, is making his way through the floating steps. His team watches on happily. He's through the arm rings and taking on the Big Dipper. This is a tough obstacle. And oh, his form just wasn't great as he finished and his foot caught the water. Sorry, Cap. And right behind the captain, we have Iron Man finishing the arm rings as well. Will he be able to get through the Big Dipper? And oh my goodness, he fell as well. Both Cap and Iron Man fell in the same challenge. Bummer. But looks like there won't be a civil war over this one. And here's Alex from Minecraft. She's been training with Steve, a longtime competitor of this competition. And tonight's course just wasn't a challenge for her. She made it through no problem and is our 4th finisher. Like last season, the salmon ladder is no challenge for the Green Arrow. But will he be able to get through the beam shimmy? Looks like he's running out of steam there. And 2/3 of the way through, he was down.
Mr. Queen, how are you feeling?
I have failed this city. Adorable newcomer Unikitty is through the Big Dipper, and the disc runner's in front of her, but she is down. That's okay, though. Keep smiling. Powerpuff Girl Buttercup makes her way across the floating steps. Our last challenger gets ready for his run, and Buttercup is finishing the arm rings. Looks like that wasn't a problem. The Big Dipper, though, she became another victim of the Big Dipper tonight. Good effort, though. Our final competitor of the night is here, Batman, our Season 1 champion. He's flying across the floating steps. Let's take a look at the final run of Season 1, where he went on to defeat Rey in the finals on Mount Lego, setting a record time and becoming the first Lego Ninja Warrior. He's at the disc runner. Looks like it's given him some challenges, but he is through. The audience is enthralled with this performance. He is making great time and doesn't look like he's running out of steam. He makes his way to the final obstacle, the warped wall. He's looking up, but he is through it. No problem. Our 5th and final finisher of the night. Well, what a show we had tonight. The competitors were incredible, and our 5 finishers will advance to the finals. The show will go next to Bricktown, where we'll see some more competitors there, so stay tuned.
Thank you for joining us for round 2 of the qualifier events here in Bricktown.
Yes, we are excited to get this course going. Now let's see what the course has for us tonight.
Tonight, our competitors will face the floating steps at the start, then move on to the wall lifts, 2 walls of increasing weight that they must lift and crawl under. Next, the return of the twisting steps, this time on an incline, and then they must roll down the dangerous log spin. The salmon ladder awaits our competitors next, followed by a new obstacle, the beam crawl, that will require some serious strength and agility. And finally, the warped wall stands between the competitors and hitting the buzzer.
And our first competitor of the night is Bounty Hunter Boba Fett, who is working his way through the floating steps. He is through the wall lifts. He's making some good time. Let's look back at how he did last season. The twisting steps were his downfall in the Lost Legos finals. Can he get through them? And yes, he is through them. Great job, Boba Fett. Now for the log spin. This is a tough obstacle, and he's slid right off, and his bounty hunter friends do not look pleased with this. Korra, the last ISO from Tron, is making her way up to the twisting steps. It's a tough obstacle, and it looks like that obstacle has claimed its first victim. Sorry, Korra. And next we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle from New York City, Raphael. He is at the beam crawl. This is a tough obstacle on your grip, and it just looks like he wasn't able to hang on with his 3 fingers, but good effort there, Raph. And right behind Raphael, we have Caila Phoenix, an agent from Astro City. It is looking like she is struggling there. She's running out of steam. Can she make it through the beam crawl? Oh, and she is off. This is going to be a tough obstacle for our competitors. And we have returning fan favorite Rey here. Let's take a look back at her career. Season 1, she made it as the runner-up in the finals, beaten out by Batman. And then in Season 2, she struggled in the qualifiers and wasn't able to advance. But let's see how she does tonight. So far, she's doing great. She's halfway through the course. The log spin is officially behind her. That's been a tough obstacle, but she still has the salmon ladder and the beam crawl. Her fans are watching on faithfully over there, and she is done. She is finished so quickly. Wow, Rey, way to get it done.
Rey, you rocked the course tonight.
I could feel the force with me.
Other returning competitors did not fare as well. Marty McFly was down at the twisting steps, and Shaggy made it all the way to the warped wall, but just couldn't get over the top there. And then we had the Joker make it through the log spin, but the salmon ladder was his downfall. And on the back end of the course, we have Aladdin, who is finishing the beam crawl and making his way up the warped wall. Nothing's going to stop this young man tonight, and he is finished. Way to go, Aladdin. And Red, one of the leaders of the Angry Birds, is at the wall lift, and it looks like he's struggling there, and he is unable to get the wall lift high enough to crawl under. That is too bad. Homer Simpson returns from Season 1, and he is halfway through the course, but the log spin is still in front of him, and he slid right over the log, but his family is there to support him. The log spin continued to be our most difficult obstacle of the night as it claimed some serious star power. Star-Lord fell to it, and then later, Starfire, a newcomer, also was a victim of the log spin. Black Panther is at the starting line, and he is bounding across this course with a unique strategy. It's almost cat-like in nature, like a mountain lion or a bobcat or a panther, if you will. And he is up through the twisting steps, still using that strategy. The log spin is behind him, and he is onto the salmon ladder. The audience is loving this unique strategy. The beam crawl was no problem for Black Panther, and he is bounding again up the warped wall on to become our third competitor to finish the course tonight. And Harry Potter, a student from Hogwarts, is finishing the wall lifts. He is at the twisting steps. Will he be able to get through this tricky obstacle? And ooh, no, another one has fallen to the twisting steps. Ghostbuster Erin Gilbert is through the floating steps. Her friends are cheering her on. She's through the first wall lift, but it looks like the second one might be too heavy for her. Yep, she's throwing in the towel on this one. And some of our final contestants of the night did not finish the course. General Grievous made it all the way to the beam crawl, but it looks like his heavy metal body may have dragged him down at the halfway point on the beam crawl. Next, we had Emmet Brickowski, the special, make it all the way to the salmon ladder, but he got stuck halfway up and was not able to keep his grasp on the bar. And then Owen Grady from Jurassic World was able to make it all the way through and become our fourth finisher of the evening. And the Team Pratt members looked very excited for their friend to finish. And now let's turn our attention to our final competitor of the night, Deadpool, who just drove his motorcycle through the start of the course, which is not surprising given his unique flair and over-the-top attitude. And he is through the floating steps. Let's see how he did last year on the qualifiers. He made it through the Bricktown course without any problem at all. Will he be able to do the same today? He is at the log spin, and even though it's been a brutal obstacle, he is through it. The salmon ladder so far is presenting no problem at all for Deadpool. And all of his Marvel friends have gathered to cheer on their friend and let him know they're here to support him. And will he be able to get through the final obstacle, the warped wall? And he is up and he's done it. He is our fifth and final finisher of the night. Great job, Deadpool. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate the support on the show, and if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, and share it around with your friends. And if you enjoyed seeing these competitors finish, stay tuned as they make it to the finals. We have a few more episodes of qualifying events, so stay tuned for more Lego Ninja Warrior.
Thank you for joining us for our mid-season qualifier event here in Buildington. It's going to be an exciting special event.
It is a special senior citizen event tonight. 12 seniors will take on the course, and the 3 best runs will advance to take on the finals later this season.
The course begins with the usual floating steps, and competitors will swing to a new challenge, the ceiling fan leap. After that, the domino steps return from last year and must be scaled by our ninjas. The competitors must next swing down the chain slide, which returns from Season 1. The final challenge is the usual-sized warped wall. To fully complete the course, competitors must ring the buzzer.
Our first senior to take on the course tonight is Alfred Pennyworth, Batman's mentor. He's in a snazzy disco outfit and looking very spry on the course so far. His friends from Gotham are watching from the sidelines. Here comes the ceiling fan leap, and he's through it. Next, he'll have the domino steps. He's up 2, caught on the 3rd and went into the water there. C. Montgomery Burns from Springfield is next. He is at the ceiling fan leap. He did not get a good start there and he fell in the water. Smithers! Don't worry, his personal assistant, Waylon Smithers, was there to rescue him. Master Wu is working his way down the chain slide. He is known for being the teacher and mentor to the Ninjago team, and he's showing his skills off tonight. He's at the warped wall. He is up at no problem, and he is our first to finish and will advance to the finals. And here's someone you don't see every day. Beetlejuice, the poltergeist, is taking on the course. For some reason, Batman and the Vulture are cheering him on from the sidelines. He's going down the chain slide, lost his grip and went into the water. He's disqualified. Doc Brown, known for time traveling, was unable to travel through the floating steps. And then the Ancient One, Doctor Strange's mentor, went halfway through the course, but was unable to get through the chain slide successfully. We're halfway through the night, folks. Let's see what else we have in store. Gandalf the Grey is next, and he's coming up on the ceiling fan leap. He makes the jump, but it looks like he got stuck on the ledge and he fell in the water. But don't worry, big falls off of ledges don't seem to faze this competitor. The Doctor from Doctor Who was next, and he put on a great show. He was unable to get through the warped wall, unfortunately, but as of right now, he's in 2nd place and may still advance to the finals. The domino steps tripped up a few more of our competitors. The Wicked Witch made it halfway up the steps, tripped, and then fell out of bounds, which was fortunate for her because water makes her melt. And Henry Jones Sr., Indiana Jones's father, also made it through most of the steps but got stuck in the middle of 2 and went down. Supreme Leader Snoke, still recovering from being chopped in half, made it to the chain slide, but went down at the end and was unable to finish. But he's still in 3rd place. He may be able to qualify. Our final competitor is next. And here he is, folks, our final competitor of our senior citizen event, Santa Claus, one of the oldest figures in the Lego universe. He's through the ceiling fan leap and the domino steps are in front of him. He's nimbly making his way up all 6 steps. No problems there. The chain slide's still in front of him, and he has passed Supreme Leader Snoke's position. Santa is making his way up the warped wall, and he's finished. He's going to ring that buzzer and go on to the finals. Great job, Santa Claus.
Santa, how did you train for the course tonight?
I climb a lot of chimneys every year.
Oh, good strategy.
Our 3 best runs will be advancing to the finals, and we still have 2 more qualifying events, so stay tuned. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because there's lots more LEGO Ninja Warrior coming, so stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in. Here we are in Mock City for our 4th round of qualifiers this season.
We have an exciting group of competitors tonight. Let's see what's on the course.
The usual floating steps are up first, then the new spin cycle obstacle must be crossed. The wall run follows with our competitors transitioning between 2 walls. They'll then go down the log slide to the ever-challenging salmon ladder. After the ladder, a new obstacle debuts, the box slide. The final challenge is the warped wall. The top 5 runs will advance to the finals. Good luck.
Harley Quinn is kicking off the event tonight. She's going through the floating steps. Last season, she made it all the way to the finals, but she was unable to get over the warped wall. Will she be able to do better this season? Let's find out. And her villainous friends are watching from the sideline as she makes it through the spin cycle. The wall runs in front of her, and she slipped. She was unable to get a good footing on the wall run start. Thor of Asgard is up next. He is coming up on the salmon ladder. He's making short work of that. He will be the first to take on the box slide, and he is sliding across as he goes. His siblings are watching from the sideline as it looks like he may be our first competitor to finish tonight. He is up the wall run. Way to go, Thor. 2 other newcomers struggled on the course. Young Han Solo, the smuggler, was unable to make it up the salmon ladder, and then Anna from Arendelle was unable to get through the log slide, but they both put on a good effort. And next we have Lance, a Nexo Knight from Knighton. His fellow Nexo Knights are cheering him on from the sideline. He is at the wall run, but it looks like that armor was too heavy and it dragged him down. Finn, a young hero from Ooh, is finishing the salmon ladder and starting the box slide. He's swinging his way across it, and he has the warped wall as the final obstacle between him and victory. He starts his run, but he didn't make it, and he may have hurt himself there. The good news is, he may have made it far enough to advance to the finals. Raj returns to take on the course, and already he's having a better run than last season. The wall run looks like it got the better of him, though. Sorry, Raj. Speed Racer is at the starting line with the steps in front of him, and he did not get a good jump off the second step, and he failed the obstacle. That's too bad. John Lennon returns from last season, but he found the spin cycle to be too difficult and ended up in the water. And then Johnny Thunder, a newcomer, an adventurer and archaeologist from Australia, took on the salmon ladder, but the salmon ladder got the better of him. Sorry, Johnny. Hope we see you again in the future.
We're halfway through our competitors. Let's see who remains to take on the course.
Now here's a creature you don't see every day. Stripe is a gremlin from Kingston Falls. He is having an easy time so far, but the upper body challenge is in front of him with the salmon ladder and the box slide. And he's slowing down, and he is off the box slide. The box slide became the most difficult obstacle of the evening as it claimed Tariel of Mirkwood as she fell off with the entire box, and Cragger from Chima as he was unable to keep up his momentum as he made his way through the obstacle. And we go to the wall run where groundskeeper Willie has successfully made it halfway through the course. Last season Willie made it to the final challenge, Mount Lego, but was beaten by Black Widow. He did take home the title of second place for the season though, and the children of Springfield Elementary are there cheering him on as he makes it up the warped wall, and he is our second to finish the course tonight. And one of the returning fan favorites from last season, Wonder Woman, is here tonight. She made it through the Mock City qualifiers last year. Will she be able to do it again? She is at the box slide where she is showing everyone how smooth a challenge it can be. She is through, and her friends from DC are watching on as she makes it up the warped wall and has become our third competitor to finish the course tonight. Great job, Wonder Woman. There were quite a few lady ninjas who returned from last season. Aira Windwhistler was unable to get through the spin cycle. Katara the Waterbender, who made it to the finals last year, was beaten by the salmon ladder, unfortunately. And then Shell from Aperture made it to the log slide, but that got the best of her. Good try, though. Fresh off of her new movie is Hope Van Dyne, aka The Wasp. She trained with Ant-Man this last year. He took on the course last season, but he's been working with her to see how she can do. And we are very impressed so far with her run. She's going down the log slide. Her skill and endurance have been impressive tonight, but it looks like she's slowing down on the box slide, and oh, she slipped off. And let's direct our attention as our final competitor has begun his run. It's Kai, the Ninja of Fire from Ninjago. He is at the wall run. Not a problem for a ninja. His teammates from Ninjago are watching on proudly as he is quickly moving through the course. The box slide, not a problem for this guy. And the wall run is his last obstacle, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop him. He is our fourth person to finish the course tonight. What a run, Kai. Great job. And that concludes the course tonight. Our 5 finalists will be advancing to the finals. We have 1 round of qualifiers left, so if you enjoyed this movie, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the last qualifying event of Lego Ninja Warrior.
You're joining us for the final round of qualifiers here in Blockville.
Yes, it's our 5th and final round of qualifiers, and we have 20 competitors ready to take on the course tonight. Let's see what's in store for them.
Our final group of competitors start with the floating steps, then a new obstacle, the ring slide, which requires serious upper body strength and balance. The pinwheel returns from last season, as does the difficult log run from season 1 and 2. The regular salmon ladder's up next, and then the bar swing will test the competitor's grip and strength. The final obstacle is the warped wall, and the top 5 will advance to the finals.
Our first competitor of the evening is Nia, the Ninja of Water. We've seen Nia in every season of LEGO Ninja Warriors so far. The pinwheel bested her last season. We'll see if she can make it through that obstacle. She's finishing the ring slide, and here's the pinwheel. Will she get through? Yes, no problem for her this time. The log run is always a challenge, but Nia made it look like nothing at all. Her fellow Ninjago teammates are cheering her on as she gets to the end of the course. The warped wall is looking like it's giving her a hard time, but she's up, and she is our first competitor to finish. Jin Urso is following Nia. She's halfway through the course and coming up on the log run, which is always a difficult obstacle, and it looks like the log run beat Jin halfway through. We have 3 newcomers taking on the course. Dox from Planet U. He was unable to get over the floating steps. And then Azog the Defiler, who had a hard time with his metal hook hand, fell off of the pinwheel. And third, we had Rodney Rathbone, who hunts monsters for a living. He got halfway through the ring slide and wasn't able to make the jump. Ethan Hunt, a secret agent who also just happened to release a movie, is finishing the salmon ladder, and the bar swings in front of him. Looks like he's slipping there. He's trying to keep his grip. But that's okay. His time is good enough where he might be able to advance. And next we have an interesting character. Thanos, who's so large he had to use the Reality Stone to change his size, which I guess is okay. It doesn't affect the course or his performance, just his size, so we'll see how it goes. He's halfway through the ring slide, and he's made the jump. There are all of his children there cheering him on, and he is past the pinwheel. He has the log run in front of him, and it has beaten the Mad Titan. Too bad.
Thanos, how are you feeling after this defeat?
The course, it still put a smile on my face.
We've seen her in Season 1, and we've seen her in Season 2, as Wildstyle has dominated the Blockville course, and looks like she's about to three-peat that accomplishment. She is making her way up the warped wall, and is our second competitor to finish the course tonight. Former Stormtrooper Finn is finishing the ring slide. The pinwheel's in front of him. He makes the jump and starts the spin, but his foot catches on the side and he hits the water. He is disqualified. Other returning competitors also seem to struggle with the course tonight. Steve from Minecraft was unable to get through the bar swing, and then Ryu from the Exoforce made it halfway through the ring slide, but lost his grip and fell. And then the Lone Ranger made it almost to the end of the course, but the salmon ladder tripped him up, and he was unable to finish that obstacle. Sorry, fellas. Here's a new competitor, Tina Goldstein, a magic user from New York. She's at the pinwheel, but the pinwheel decided to throw her right into the water. And Indiana Jones is up on the bar swing, but he has fallen there, which is too bad because it beat him last year as well. Kira, a criminal lieutenant from Corellia, is at the ring slide. She begins the long slide across, but she has fallen off. And on the opposite side of the law, we have Chase McCain, a police officer, who's at the salmon ladder, who's begun his ascent, but he slipped and was unable to finish. We've had a lot of recent movie stars on this course, and this competitor is no different. It's Mr. Incredible, who has a lot of Disney fans cheering him on as he goes up the warped wall and is our third competitor to finish. Unlike Mr. Incredible, these returning competitors were unable to finish the course. Dastin struggled to hang on there, but he fell off the ring slide. And then Buzz Lightyear of Star Command made it halfway through the course, but was another victim of the log run. Good try though, Buzz. And now for our final qualifying competitor of the entire season, Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. She made it to the Lost Legos finals, but was beaten by the double salmon ladder, a very difficult obstacle. And then in Season 2, she came back with a vengeance and became the Lego Ninja Warrior champion of the season. We have eagerly anticipated her run tonight. She is at the log run, and it looks like a breeze to her. Her friends from all over the Marvel Universe are cheering her on and are excited to see the champion return. She is up the warped wall, and she is our fourth competitor to finish this evening. What an exciting qualifying event we just had. These 5 finalists who had the best runs of the night will be advancing to the Lost Legos finals, along with all of the other finalists from the other qualifying events, so be sure to stay tuned for the next exciting episode. And as always, we appreciate those who watch and support this series. Keep watching, share, like, subscribe if you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more.
Welcome, everyone, as we begin stage 1 of the Los Legos Finals.
Our fantastic fans are finishing taking their seats. Our competitors have had a lot of support this season, and just a reminder to everyone that even if your favorite ninja doesn't win tonight, they are still great and may show up in other events. And now it's time for a special announcement.
Yes, we have 2 wildcard contestants joining us tonight. Aang, the Last Airbender, and President Abraham Lincoln. Good luck, you two. Our competitors will face a remake of the lily pads, followed by the return of the arm rings from Lego-opolis. The wall lift is next from Bricktown, and then the domino steps from Buildington. The second half of the course is not any easier as it consists of the returning box slide from Mock City, and then the difficult pinwheel from Blockville follows. A new obstacle, the anchor swings, is the 7th obstacle, and the final challenge is an even taller version of the warped wall. Hit that buzzer and you'll advance to stage 2.
Aladdin from Bricktown is our first qualifier to take on the course tonight. He's through the lily pads and starting on the arm rings. Doesn't look like a challenge for this Disney character, and there are his Disney fans cheering him on. They're excited to see him making it this far. And oh, he got tripped up on the domino steps, but he looks A-okay. Alex from Minecraft is next. She's a Lego-opolis qualifier, and she's seeing the arm rings for the second time this season, and she's vanquished it. The wall lift looks like it's giving her a hard time, and yep, it looks too heavy for her. She is out. Sonic the Hedgehog is at the starting line. Sonic quickly became one of the fan favorites this season, and just like his qualifying event, he is moving fast through these obstacles. We are very impressed at his speed. He's at the box slide and he's swinging his way right through this obstacle. Not a problem so far. And while Sonic continues his run, another fan favorite, Santa Claus, starts at the starting line, and Sonic has made his way through both anchor swings. He has the warped wall in front of him. If he can get past it, he will be on to stage 2, and he has finished. He is the first qualifier to make it this far. And Santa Claus is at the box slide. He is more than halfway through the course now. Pretty good for an old man. He has the pinwheel next. He makes the jump, but he has slipped off. That's all right, Santa Claus. Great job. Ninja of Fire Kai is next. He is finishing the domino steps and onto the box slide. He's also become quite popular, and his Ninjago fans are cheering him on and excited to see him make it this far. The anchor swings are in front of him. He makes the jump, but he did not connect. He just couldn't get a grasp there. Good job, though. Rey, a Bricktown qualifier, is finishing the arm rings. 2 years ago, Rey made it to the end of Los Legos Stage 1 and went on to Stage 2. One of only 2 contestants to do so. Let's see if she can finish Stage 1 tonight, shall we? She is through the pinwheel, very smooth. Her Star Wars fans are cheering her on, and she has to get up the taller warped wall, and it wasn't a problem for her. She is done, and we'll see her in Stage 2. Finn the Human is next. He is at the arm rings. This is a difficult upper body challenge, and Finn has lost his grip on one of the rings, and he's down. He just wasn't able to regain control of the obstacle. Ethan Hunt, a Blockville qualifier, was next. He made it to the domino steps, but had a misstep halfway up and fell into the water. Sorry about that, Ethan. And then fan favorite Wildstyle was next. She made it through the course, no problem, except for the new, taller, warped wall. It was too much for her to get up, and she was very upset about it, as were her fellow ninjas. They were all very sad at her defeat, but she was a good sport about it, and she waved to her fans as she walked off. And the God of Thunder has thrown the wall lift clean over his head. It's hard to imagine him losing with all his strength, but he may make a mistake. We'll have to see. He's at the box slide. He's sliding his way across. Oh no, he fell off the track. His Marvel fans are very upset, and it looks like he's pretty mad too. Nia, another longtime competitor, is almost through the box slide. She has the pinwheel in front of her, which was difficult for her last season, but she's made it through. Let's take a look. Last season it threw her right in the water, but she is triumphant this year. She is up the warped wall, and she will be moving on to the next stage. And here's the Master Chief. Last season he was bested by an upper body obstacle, but he must have been training and working out this last year because there hasn't been a challenge for him tonight. He is up the taller warped wall, and he is our fourth competitor to finish the course. Master Wu, a Buildington qualifier, made it through the arm rings, but the wall lift was too heavy for this elderly gentleman, and he had to throw in the towel. Owen Grady from Bricktown was next. He made it to the arm rings, and as he was sliding his way across, he went for an early jump, but he wasn't able to stick the landing. That's too bad, Owen. B.A. Baracus is halfway with the box slide in front of him. He begins the slide across, and he has slipped off and fallen.
Mr. Baracus, we're sorry to see you out.
Mr. T is not pleased.
We have 10 competitors left, and it's time for a little intermission.
We want to thank all our competitors who competed their hearts out this season. Thank you for joining and inspiring us.
Doctor Who, our last senior citizen from the Buildington qualifiers, is on the lily pads, and he was unable to keep his footing on this obstacle. Wonder Woman from the Mock City qualifiers is halfway through the course. She's making her way across the box slide. She did a great job last season, and she's doing a great job this season. The pinwheel looks like got the better of her. She just wasn't able to get a good handle on this obstacle. Black Panther is through the wall lift, and he's showing off his signature style again, the same one he used in the qualifiers earlier this season. It's worked for him so far. Let's see if it gets him through the finals, stage 1. He has the warped wall in front of him, and he has leapt right up it. Great job, Black Panther. He's another one to advance. Groundskeeper Willie made it all the way to the finals, stage 3 last year, and it looks like that's on his mind again as he finishes stage 1. Great job, Willie. Our first wildcard contestant, Abraham Lincoln, a master builder and former U.S. president, is doing a great job. He's at the box slide, but it looks like he's running out of momentum, and he has slipped off, but that's all right. Thanks for being here, President Lincoln. Deadpool is at the pinwheel. He makes it through it, no sweat. He has the anchor swings next. He goes for the jump, but he was not able to connect. That is a bummer, Deadpool, but no need to be dramatic. And following the Merc with a mouth is Mr. Incredible, a family man kind of superhero. He is at the box slide. He is going for big leaps, and it looks like he derailed himself and was unable to get through the box slide. Our other wildcard contestant, Avatar Aang, is approaching the end of the course. He is so light-footed, it's just like he's made of air as he flies through this course. He is going up the warped wall, and it looks like this wildcard contestant will be advancing to stage 2. Batman is right behind Aang as he finishes the course as well and will advance to stage 2. His DC fans are pleased with this result.
Batman, will we be seeing a repeat of season 1?
Well, I am Batman, so definitely yes.
Now for our final contestant of stage 1. It is Black Widow, our season 2 champion. She is making short work of the first part of this course. Let's take a look back at last year when she dominated the stage 1 and 2 courses of the finals. And now she's at the box slide. She is going through it very quickly, but smoothly. She has the pinwheel next, and she's through. That's great. That's been a difficult obstacle tonight, and the fans are cheering her on and loving this as she makes it to the end. She will be in stage 2.
A big thanks to our stage 1 competitors, and thank you viewers for joining us.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Stay tuned for the next episode as these 9 competitors advance to stage 2.
Welcome everyone to the next stage of the LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3 Finals here in Los Legos. Stage 2 is going to be another difficult course. Let's see what's in store for our finalists. Our competitors will start off on the log run from Blockville, followed by the taller version of the salmon ladder, the salmon tower. Next, they'll jump to the ledge hang and shimmy to the chain slide from Buildington, which slides down to the last obstacle, the slab lifts, which have appeared in every season. If the competitors can get past everything, they'll ring the buzzer and prepare for Stage 3. Good luck!
And our first competitor of Stage 2 is Batman, our Season 1 champion. He is through the log run. He's going up the salmon tower. Remember, this is twice as tall as the regular salmon ladder, and he has to make the leap to the ledge hang. And oh, he didn't connect there. His DC fans look very disappointed that Batman is out, and we're disappointed as well, but Batman looks A-okay, folks. Black Panther, the King of Wakanda, bows to the audience and starts the log run. He has the salmon tower next. He begins his ascent, but he's gotten caught diagonal and he lost his grip. Well, our competitors are off to a hard start so far. Rey, abandoned as a child, has come so far as a ninja warrior. She just ran right through the log run and started the salmon tower. She's flying up this obstacle, and she makes her way to the ledge hang. She's going down the chain slide. She only has the slab lifts in front of her, and she was able to beat this obstacle Season 1. Will she be able to do it again? The first one is down, and she's over it. The second one is in front of her, and it looks like she is finished. She will be our first competitor to finish Stage 2. And coming up right behind Rey is the Master Chief, and he just flung the second slab lift over, showing off his immense upper body strength. And he is done and will be our second finisher. Groundskeeper Willie, showing off his sculpted bod, begins the course. And he has slipped on the second step of the log run. He might have been a little arrogant there. Sorry, Willie. Fan favorite Sonic the Hedgehog begins his dash through the course. He's over the log run, no problem, and he has the salmon tower in front of him. He begins the climb. Next, he's got to make that leap, and he succeeded, and he's going across the ledge hang. Down the chain slide. The slab lifts are the last thing between him and Stage 3. He makes the first lift, goes for the push, and it's over. Will he be able to do it again? And he looks like he's going to get through the slab lift, and he's done it. Our third competitor to finish the course. Trailing Sonic is Nia, Ninja of Water. She has been determined to be the Ninja Warrior this season, and she looks like she's not going to let these slab lifts stop her as she gets through not just one, but both of them. And she is our fourth competitor to finish the course. This is amazing. Avatar Aang begins his attempt on Stage 2 as his friends cheer him on from the sideline from Team Avatar. And he is going up the salmon tower and over the ledge hang, light as air as always. He goes down the chain slide. Remember, folks, he's one of 2 wildcard contestants who joined the competition late. He starts the slab lift, but it looks like he's giving him a hard time there, and he is unable to lift the slab lift and is calling it quits. And the last of our 9 competitors is Black Widow, the Season 2 champion. The crowd is very excited to see her take on the course as she makes her way onto the ledge hang and begins the chain slide. She is going down, but she lost her grip, and her Marvel fans are very disappointed. We're all sad to see her out, but good effort. We are sad to see our Season 1 and Season 2 champions out, but what a night we had. Thank you for tuning in.
We're excited to see how these impressive 4 finalists take on the final challenge in Stage 3. Stay tuned for the epic conclusion of LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3. Here we are for the final event of Season 3. Our 4 remaining competitors must climb to the top of Mount Lego and hit the buzzer. The fastest competitor wins and will be the new LEGO Ninja Warrior. Good luck to everyone.
Let's take a look at our competitors and their history on the show. Rey is our first competitor tonight, and she made it all the way to the finals in Season 1, but was bested by Batman on Mount Lego. And in Season 2, she was beaten by the qualifier course, and we were sad to see her lose so early that year. But she came back in Season 3, and the Force was with her as she has made it through every obstacle in her path. And the Master Chief from Halo is here. He was on the very first episode of Lego Ninja Warrior at the Lego-opolis qualifiers, where he advanced to the finals. In Season 2, he also made it to the finals, but was beaten by an upper body challenge. But it seems like he must have trained hard over the last year because he was able to beat all challenges in front of him. Will he be able to get through tonight? We'll find out. Next is Nia, a member of Team Ninjago. Back in Season 1, she was on the Blockville qualifiers, but was unable to finish that course. In Season 2, she made it to the finals, but was beaten by Stage 1 on the pinwheel obstacle. And in Season 3, she came back with a vengeance and made it through the whole course and the pinwheel, and we have her here tonight. And last we have Sonic the Hedgehog, who quickly became a favorite amongst the fans. This is his first season with us, and he dominated the Lego-opolis qualifiers with a lot of finesse as he spun and bounced his way through the obstacles. And in the finals, we have seen nothing but great skill again as Sonic has quickly moved through every obstacle put in his path. Let's see what he can do. And Rey approaches the platform to start Mount Lego. This is a taller version than what she faced in Season 1, and she has begun her ascent. She is quickly working her way up the chain. She's making great time. And there she is at the top, and the buzzer has been rung. Great job, Rey. If her time holds, she will be the champion. Let's see what happens next. As Rey clears off the course, the oldest competitor of the evening, the Master Chief, gets ready to start. And he begins his climb. He's working his way up the chain. Oh, but he lost his grip, and he has decided to not finish. His time would have been too slow, and his teammates look very upset by this, but we are honored to have had the Master Chief with us tonight. As the Chief clears off, Nia approaches for her run. Let's see what she can do. She begins her climb. She is looking great, but it's going to be close between her and Rey. She's almost to the top. Her teammates are so excited to see her making it so far, and she has rung the buzzer. Great job, Nia, but she's just behind Rey. Let's see what happens with our final competitor, Sonic the Hedgehog. And as Nia clears off, we get ready for the final run of Lego Ninja Warrior Season 3. Sonic begins a very speedy climb. He is bringing speed to the table as he works his way up the course. The audience is stunned by how fast he's going. And there he goes, our champion, the fastest time of the night. Great job, Sonic. Way to show us how it's done.
Congratulations, Sonic! You are the Lego Ninja Warrior champion. And thank you to everyone for joining us this season. We appreciate the love and support from all our fans. Until next time, take care.
For those that have finished watching the season and are curious, here's a behind-the-scenes look at Lego Ninja Warrior Season 3 and some of the tips and tricks I did throughout this season and the last few seasons to build the course and how I laid out the season. So here's me taking apart the Bricktown qualifiers. So what I did was I made one big template to build the audience and the obstacles on. So most of the time I would only switch out the obstacles and raise or lower platforms. Like that middle platform right there, that was taller for the Bricktown qualifiers, but for Lego-opolis and the following episodes, it was shorter. And the beginning I kept pretty much the same of each course. I always change the decorations on each course, and for those with a keen eye, I try to keep the Lego-opolis decorations the same season to season. So the Bricktown, Blockville, each of them, if you look season to season, they have similar decorations. So here I'm assembling the audience to keep it random and to make sure that I use different minifigures for each town. I had NatCat901 pick out some of the characters each time so that I wasn't the only one designing it. So each audience is a little random, and I change out the audience for every single episode, which took a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to put that many minifigures down and to set them up and take them down again. So hopefully you enjoy seeing the audiences in the background, and I try to also have fans of each competitor standing there and cheering them on as they go. So I'm really just trying to show off my collection as the season goes on and who I have. To decide who ran each obstacle, who failed at each obstacle, and the order they went in, I would lay out the minifigures who were competing each time, and then lay out who would be failing and advancing on each obstacle. And then I had to figure out the order that they would go in. And some people have asked if I planned out who would win from the beginning. I don't. Usually I go episode to episode. So I picked out who was going to compete for the whole season at the beginning and which city they'd compete in. But I didn't know who would be the winners of the whole season until the very end. I had a few in mind that I wanted to see win, but I didn't know exactly who'd win. Another little difference I made this time was the announcer, as voiced by NatCat901, has a different outfit in every episode. No one has commented on that. I was surprised. People pick up on a lot of the details, but no one said anything about that, which made me a little sad, but that's okay. And here is the Los Legos construction in progress, and here's the finished product. It takes up the entire desk. It's about twice as big as a regular course. I made box seats for different groups, so there's DC, the Ninjago group, Star Wars, Simpsons, Disney, Nexo Knights, and Chima. They each had their own box, and on the underside of the box seats were just random minifigures spread around. And I always build a somewhat replica of the Las Vegas skyline to go with the Los Legos competition. Especially since I'm from Las Vegas, I wanted to always include that and make it look detailed. Here is a behind-the-scenes look of Rey's run. This is the tower I built for the camera to get shots of her when she finishes. So that's what I used for all the competitors as they made their way up the chain of the final obstacle. And as they rang the buzzer, I would change out the size of this tower to record that. So that's a behind-the-scenes look of LEGO Ninja Warrior Season 3. If you have any questions, please send them my way and I'd be happy to respond. And I hope you enjoyed the season. Thanks. Bye.